All right, time for another one. What's good, everybody? This is Ryan Johnson with MoneyBass.com. All right, guys, it is time for another one. You guys have seen the title of the video and, well, the live stream, and you have seen the thumbnail. It is time to get into it, guys. We have finished up the Rod Bender's Bass Club tournament season. Man, hey, it's been a good one, guys. It's been a good one, but it was a battle. It was a battle out there, guys. So we finished up this weekend. We had our 2-day classic on Lake Hartwell. So we are going to get into it tonight, guys. Looking forward to seeing what you guys have been doing over the weekend. Did any of you guys have any tournaments? Let me know. Did you, how did you do out there on the water? Did you get any first places? Did anybody cash any checks? How's everything going, guys? So, as always, let's go ahead. Let's see. Hold on one second. Let me just double check something. Here we go. All right. So, as always, guys, as you come into the live stream, please take a moment and hit the like button and also jump into the comment section and leave a 1 just to make sure that you guys can hear me okay, see me okay. Just want to make sure everything looks good, sounds good, and then we'll go ahead and get into it, guys. Let's have some fun as always, and I'm looking forward to you guys getting active down in the comment section so I can see what everybody's been doing, guys. So who do we have in here tonight? So I'll give you guys just a few minutes to kind of ease into the comment section. But guys, let's have some fun with it. We're going to get right into it tonight, guys. So, all right, really, really appreciate that. We have Hudson Logan Fishing checking in, hitting me up with that 1. Let me know everything looks okay and sounds okay. And we have Deshaun Peck checking in with the 1. All right, looks good, looks good. All right, and we have Maggie checking in. What's going on, Maggie? Maggie says, thank you for the audio tip. Yes, I really hope that helped you out. Really, really appreciate that. All right, and what does Hudson have to say? You guys are getting straight into it. I like that. I like that activity down in the comment section. All right, Hudson says, I was on Lake Hartwell yesterday. All right, so how did you do out there on Lake Hartwell? You're about to find out how I did out there on Lake Hartwell and pretty much how the tournament went. So that is what we're going to get into, guys. So as always, what we're going to do is just give a few shout outs. Then we will get straight into the video. No, actually, let's do this, guys. I'm going to go over a few of the lures that I used for this weekend. Let me just flash this up here real quick. But yeah, I'll show you guys some of the lures that I used. Then we will get straight into the tournament video. So let's just see how you guys kind of like that format, just so you guys can kind of see what is going on throughout the day. So whenever you see me casting, reeling something in, if I reel something in, you know what I'm saying, then you guys will know what lure I was using. So I'll go over that. Then we'll get right into the video and see how it turned out. And throughout the video, I'll be checking the comments and everything, just seeing what kind of feedback you guys are giving. And just have a little fun with it. So, yeah, like I said, guys, as you come into the live stream, just make sure you introduce yourself in the comment section. I really enjoy the feedback, just kind of adds a little life to the live stream so we can have something to talk about. And also, you never know, you may have somebody in that comment section that may be fishing the same lake that you're fishing. Maybe you guys can link up, share some information, get out there on the lake, have some fun. So we do have some guys that have been in the same area and fished the same lakes that have kind of met each other through the comment section and through being some subscribers, guys. So always a great thing. And also just want to give another shout out, guys. We are almost at 5,000 subscribers. Almost at 5,000 subscribers, guys. So if you have not subscribed to the channel, please take a minute. Help me get to that 5,000 mark, guys. We are almost there. Take a look at that sub count, guys. We're moving and we're growing. So really, really appreciate that. Want to give a few shout outs to some people that have contributed to the live streams and to the channel in general. And like I said, guys, all of this goes into bringing more content to you guys, just for getting into these tournaments, gas to cover gas charges, all of that good stuff, guys. So just to continue bringing more comment to you guys. So let me give a shout out to Jones. Really, really appreciate it. And as you guys can see, scrolling down at the bottom of the live stream, we have the sponsor of the show at this point is Jones. He has given the highest super chat to the channel. Really, really appreciate that. Went to some great use. Want to give a shout out to AV to the 7th power, Julian, and Angel Garcia, Maggie, the substitute teacher. You guys see her down there in the comment section. And S. Jord. Also want to give out a shout out to the money team. So the money team are the members of the channel. So anyone that is a member of the money channel, I'm sorry, the money team, those guys will kind of stand out in the chat. They will have a badge, basically a money bass badge right next to their name. Those are the members of the money team. If you are interested in joining and becoming a member of the money team, just hit the join button right below the video in the live stream. It will give you some information about it. And basically it is just a way to support the channel. And just have a little bit more fun, and your comments will show out. It will show you, will show up better in the comment section with that badge, and it will just tell you a few of the perks that you get by being a member of the money team. All right, so I want to give a shout out to Mark Scott, Ray Tripp, Mike Jenkins, and Paul Gavinsky. All right, guys, so those are the members of the money team. So what we will do now, let me just go ahead and take a few seconds to check out the comment section again. Just make sure I'm not missing anybody and see who we have checking in, guys. All right, so we have, let's see, Hudson says, but hold a second, let me skip back up. Okay, here we go. So he says, I was on Hartwell yesterday, but can't buy a bite. Ooh, yes, Hartwell is tough. Lanier is tough. Russell is tough. Gunners, I mean, it's fall fishing, guys, so a little bit of everything is going to be tough out there. So whenever you see somebody reeling something in right now, even if it's a little dink, at least they're getting a bite out there. So Hudson, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Sometimes you'll be out there begging for a 12-inch fish, so because that's the limit on Lake Hartwell. But yeah, right now that fall fishing is tough, but hopefully some of the information I give to you will help you out if you decide to go back out there again this weekend coming up. So yeah, I'll go over those lures and everything. We'll get right into that. Just let me make sure I don't leave anybody out in these comments real quick. All right, so Hudson says, any tips? Yes, Hudson, got some tips coming up for you. So yeah, doing bad. Yeah, we'll get that fixed up for you. All right, so you caught one short fish. I know the feeling. All right. So Vernon Neal says, money bass, I'm tuning in. All right. Really appreciate that. Really appreciate you coming back and supporting the channel. And let's see. Hudson says, like watching your videos live in the upstate, and you are the only person with good videos that fishes around here. All right. Really appreciate that. Really appreciate it. All right. And then we have somebody else checking in. We have Adam W. Fishing. All right, glad to see you in the comments, supporting the channel, and also Red Boat. Really appreciate it. All right, guys. So we're gonna get right into it tonight. And like I said, continue to get active in the comments, guys. I'll come back to it and we'll, kind of mix it up a little bit. But let me just bring this down real quick. All right, so Lake Hartwell. This is the final tournament of the Rob Benders Bass Club season. As you know, the regular tournament season had already finished. We finished off at Lake Gunnersville. That live stream, I believe, was last week, if I'm not mistaken. So I was able to pull off a first place finish. It was tough though, but hey, I squeaked out with that first place finish in there. But it is fall fishing, guys. So I think for the most part, the majority of guys are out here struggling right now, trying to piece together something, may have to do a little junk fishing. But if you can find a pattern, that might be the ticket for you. That might be the ticket. So we finished up the regular club season. Lake Hartwell headed out there this past weekend. So that is the footage that will be coming up in just a second. The forecast called for rain, guys, but at least it wasn't too cold. I mean, you guys, I'm pretty sure everybody out there that fishes tournaments and maybe just fishes in general, some of you guys have been out there and got caught up in the rain, so you have to have that rain suit ready and just be kind of stay ready for anything. So yeah, we had rain come in on Saturday, rain come in on Sunday a little bit. So, it was a little overcast, all that good kind of stuff. So my game plan for Lake Hartwell, guys, I knew it was going to be a tough one because Lake Hartwell, to me, fishes pretty much the same as Lake Lanier and Lake Russell. Those are two other lakes that I like to fish. I like to fish offshore, spotted bass. Of course, catching some nice size largemouth are always fun, but they're not always going to be the size that you need if you're looking to win a tournament where the weights are going to play a big factor. For me, I did not think Lake Hartwell, the weights themselves were going to play a big factor. I didn't think there were going to be any 15 or 20-pound bags. So my goal going into this was just to catch 5 fish per day. Wasn't worried about the size. Size limit is 12 inches, 5 fish per day. Consistency. Consistency is the name of the game. So that's what I was going out for. So my plan for the day was to pretty much start off going shallow, just hitting some coves, maybe a few docks, things like that, but staying on top, throwing a buzz bait and also skipping docks. So let me just show you real quick what I had set up as far as my early morning setup. All right, and this one is very simple, nothing special to it. It is just a wacky rig setup. And let me just pull this up here and show this to you guys. Hopefully you guys will be able to see it pretty clearly. But like I said, nothing very special about it. But I was throwing this on straight braid because I was skipping docks with this. And for me, I just found that I get a better hook set with this with straight braid, and it allows me to fight those fish a little bit better. And as you can see, the braid is, maybe you can see that, so you can kind of see how it changes colors a little bit in there. I take a black marker and I just color the first maybe 4 or 5 feet of the line. That helps for in grass, and this may have been some clear areas some places, so I just still wanted to have that darker tint to the line instead of having it with the high vis yellow, because you can see it in comparison to that right there. So I use high vis yellow, but I just use a marker and just darken the lineup. And then I like using that style of hook right here. It's a Gamakatsu hook. And I don't know if you can see, but it has like a small weed guard on there. You can kind of see that on there, guys. And for me, I just take my wacky rig. I before I would use an O-ring on these, but after a while, you know, whenever sometimes they sling off, I want to get right back out there in the water. So I just stop using the O-rings, slid the hook right through the center of that, and get to fishing. So you guys will see that in the clip. So that was the wacky rig whenever I come up on docks, and I feel it, sometimes you have that gut feeling where this is a dock that you need to skip whenever you're trying to cover water. So you'll stop every once in a while. And also, if you're throwing a top water bait, you do want to have that wacky rig for your follow-up bait. So if a fish blows up on it, misses that bait, then you can follow up right away with that wacky rig. And that has been a good follow-up bait for me whenever a fish swirls on it, and has allowed me to get some fish to the boat. And the main morning morning bait that I was using is my buzz bait. All right, so with the buzz bait, what I did with this one, I know a lot of people use like a zoom, what is that, a horny toad, zoom frog or something like that, the plastic zoom frog on the back of these. But what I went with was a swim bait on here. I know that this time of year that those fish are going to be feeding up on a lot of bait fish. And I was right. There was a lot of bait fish, a lot of fish coming up, hitting on top water. But it was one of those things where you just kind of had to be in the right place at the right time to get the fish when they were schooling. But as far as the buzz bait, I was just throwing this all the way up to the bank, all the way up to the bank, and just pulling it right off of there. And what I wanted to do was have, let me just get this right here. I wanted to have that gold blade on there. And I went with a white swim bait. I was going to have a darker color on there, but I know they were out there chasing those bait fish. So that's why I went ahead and decided to go with that. That was my game plan for the morning, guys. So there you have that. Now, like I said, I'm just going over the baits that you will see me using throughout this video. And if you look on the deck, there's a few more rods than what I'm going over right now, but those, they did not really come into play other than, just giving me a little practice casting, but they weren't really productive for me. All right. All right. Just bear with me, guys. Just bear with me. All right. And next up, I had my jig. And let me just show you guys this real quick. All right. All right. So if you take a look at that jig, I believe that jig size on this is a 3/8, but it has a smaller profile to it. And I use the Rage Crawl, the smaller size, not just the full size Rage Crawl, but the smaller size Rage Crawl, because I wanted a smaller profile. This time of year, the bait fish that you will be seeing in the lakes, they're kind of small. So those fish are going to be keying in on smaller size bait. So I just kind of downsized everything. And like I said, guys, I was going out for 5 fish. I was not necessarily going out for size, but if size did happen, my main goal was just to get those 5 and that consistency. Because let's see, who was that up here in the comments? Was it Hudson? What did Hudson have to say about Hartwell? He said that he couldn't buy a bite. So I kind of figured that ahead of time that was going to be the issue. The other thing, guys, I chose not to pre-fish this lake. So I know you guys hear me talking about that you have to put time in on the water. So without me putting that time in on the water, my expectations were based on how much time that I had put into it. So I pretty much did my research based on the lakes that I had already fished within the past month and a half during the fall transition, and knowing the bait fish are pretty much going to be the same throughout these lakes I think I fished maybe 4 or 5 different lakes, and each one, whether I was going for largemouth or going for a spotted bass lake, clear water, fishing offshore, or it was a shallow water lake like Gunnersville, those bait fish were all small. So I just kind of used that information as far as formulating my game plan and getting ready for this lake. All right, so that was the jig, and I pretty much had that ready for whenever I run across any type of shallow brush pile or some rocks or something that I may see on my 360 imaging. And I do have a little bit of footage of that 360 that I'll show you guys also. All right, so the next thing. All right, here we go. There we go. My number one, guys. If you guys watch my channel, you know my shaky head is my go-to. I always have this on the deck. And I pretty much what I had to do was just keep changing out the worms. This is just a Zoom. I think that's seedless watermelon, but I would not get so much caught up on the color or the particular brand with that. Just whatever you feel comfortable with, because you're gonna have to change that out until you figure out what the fish will bite, guys. So for me, towards the end of the day, things may have changed up with that, but we will see. And hold on just a second. The next bait that came into play, and just so happens that we had a live stream about this last week, guys. The Spybait. All right, and I don't know if you guys can see that hook right there, but that hook right there got kind of bent out. So I did have to come back and change that up like toward the middle of the day. I believe it was day 2 maybe. But yeah, that I got hung up on something, and luckily that line was strong enough to where I was able to keep the spy bait. But with that hook bent out, you guys saw that box of spy baits that I had, so I just went ahead and retied and changed up to a different color. It was actually the color that I showed you in the last live stream that had the multicolors onto it. um that 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 color is very effective, guys. Make sure that you always check the descriptions also, because the lures that I'm showing you and the lures that I use in my tournament videos, or pretty much any of my videos, I put links in the description. There will be affiliate links in there, and sometimes it may be other links, but if there's any discounts or anything like that involved, you can get access to those by checking out the comment section and clicking on those links, and those will take you directly to the lures that I'm showing to you. So if they aren't in there right now, after the live stream, I will go in there and update any of the lures that are missing. So those links will be there, guys. All right. And last but not least, one of the subscribers, somebody that was in the comments, let me just look in here real quick and see if he is in here. Okay, I do not see him in here right now, but oh my goodness, guys, I see somebody in here that has decided to pop up and have a little something to say. So I don't know. They may come up and talk, but I don't know. After what I did to him last time, I don't know if they'll be showing up. But let's see what he has to say. This is Chicken Hawk, guys. We got Chicken Hawk checking in. He says, "What you know about gut feelings, Mr. Live?" Okay, so he's still going on this live imaging versus no live imaging thing, thinking that I don't have gut feelings. I don't have that natural instinct, huh, Chicken Hawk? We found out about that on Gunnersville. Next up, I might have to meet you on Logan Martin. What you think about that? All right, guys. So last up. All right, let me see if I can grab this. All right, there we go. Had to do a little bit of moving around. But here we go, guys. Last but not least, and let me just take this off of here real quick. Hold on one second, guys. All right, there we go. I had to get that one loose. All right. Last but not least was the riser. So some of you guys know about this. Some of you guys don't. The guys that do, please don't get mad at me for letting this one go. But hey, guys, this riser. So if you take a look at this, notice the bill on that. It kind of angles up. It's kind of odd, isn't it? Because normally a crankbait, the bill on it kind of angles down to make that dig. But with this one angled up, it makes it go up towards the top. Why would you want a bait that is designed like that? You want a bait like this and this size. And let me just show you in comparison to that Spybait. It is just a little bit smaller. This is the riser right here, riser 007, Jackall riser. There's a link in the description for this, guys. Those that know. Those that don't may not have been coming to the scale with some fish. So what this does, guys, this is a top water bait. It sinks fast. So basically, in the video that I'm going to bring up, you will see exactly how I fish this bait. Make a long cast with this. You can reel it straight in, and the action on this, it glides across the top of the water, and it has kind of like a side to side action, and it imitates those small bait fish. Like I told you, that the fish right now, they're chasing those small bait fish. They will come up, hit on top for a little bit, and then they will disappear. When they come up, if you're ready and you sling this out there, then you'll have a fish on. The hooks on this are extremely sharp, just like on a Spybait. But whenever this comes up, you can throw this out there, and you'll see in the video, I fished this maybe three different ways. I may throw this out there and just wind it straight in at a slow cadence, and it just kind of glides across the water and makes a wake right across the top. And those fish will look up and notice these baits. Even if they have schooled and went back down, they'll come back up and pop that bait for you. So that is a way to get some fish to the boat. The other thing that you can do is reel this a little faster. You can reel it, pause. And when you do that, when you pause, it will sink a little bit. When you reel it, that bill will point back up and it will skip out of the water. So if you've ever noticed when those bass are chasing bait fish, the bait fish are actually coming out of the water sometimes, and you'll see those fish come right out of the water just like the bait fish are doing. This will imitate that perfectly once you get that cadence correct. The other thing that you can do is reel it and kind of pop it the same way that you would fish a jerk bait, but you have to keep those pauses very subtle and very small. And what that does is, as that bait is coming across the water, you pause it and then pop it like a jerk bait. It will sink a little bit, then it will pop back out of the water and make more of a splash. So if you're trying to get more of a splash and need to do something to get the attention of the fish a little bit better, then you just kind of have to play with this a little bit and just come up with your style of fishing with it and what you feel is most effective depending on the circumstances that you're in. So keep that in mind, guys. The riser. Do you have one of these? Does anybody have a riser bait already and may have already known about it? If you do, put that down in the comments. And if you don't, put that down in the comments. I want to see if anybody in here is learning any new information. And if any of you guys have been using any of the information from any of the previous live streams when we were getting ready for this fall transition, have any of those things been effective for you? All right, guys. So those are the baits, the primary baits that I was using in this tournament. And let me just see real quick. I just want to make sure we don't get too far behind on the comments. Going to go through a few of these comments real quick, and then we will get straight into this video, guys. All right. So we went over the lures that were used. Let's see who else we have tuning in. All right. Uh-oh, guys. Look who we have. We have Pac-Man84 says, I live on Hartwell. Drop shot and shaky head. Okay. The water is too low. Yes, that water was 5.40 feet below full pool when we fished on Saturday. And it was a little bit more like 5.47. So it was steady dropping. On Sunday, it was lower than that. All right. And then Pac-Man says 1.5 pounds is the average. Yes. So that is pretty much what I was going for. So a 1.5, that may be what I'd say about a 13.5-inch fish, something like that, somewhere around that range. And so that's pretty much what I was targeting. I figured if I got 5 of those, then I'd be sitting at, what is that, like 7.5 pounds, something like that. So that's what I was shooting for, guys. I was shooting for 15 pounds for 2 days is what I was looking for. All right. And then so Pac-Man says main lake stuff you want to target. Sounds pretty interesting. Sounds pretty interesting. All right. And then Redboat says, been working on my house. Have not been able to fish lately, but I like watching your videos. You keep me up to date. All right. Hey, that is the goal. That is the goal. If you can't get out on the water, then hey, just watch a little bit of something. I mean, I try to put a little something out there for everybody. Some people just want to see somebody speeding across the lake, catching and passing other boats. I mean, some people find enjoyment out of that. When you're doing it, of course it's fun. So I figured that, hey, maybe you guys want to see that. If you want to see some fish getting flipped to the boat, I have some short videos I put out for that. So yeah, I try to put a little bit of something out there for you guys. All right. So Hudson says water is super low. Yes, that is correct. And it says, thanks for all your tips and thank you for your service. All right. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. All right. And Deshaun Peck, look at him. He's that jig man talking about, I like that jig. That's right. Yeah. Like those jigs. Those jigs will get some big fish when they're ready. All right. Texas Nuke 2010 is in the house and he says, what's up? What's good, money? All right, what's good? What's good? What's good? All right, and Pac-Man says, me and Brian Latimer, aka B-Lat, went to high school and church together. All right, hey, that is a real good guy right there. So yeah, I met him out here at there was an event that was going on. So actually, I have some footage, and maybe I should have put that footage up. But yeah, I put that footage up because some guys have asked me about that, and actually, you will see in the video somebody bring something like that up. One of the subscribers. All right, Hudson says, nope. I think he may be talking about how things went for him out there on the lake. And then we have, who is this? Sunrise Showdown. Hey, buddy, but I don't. Okay, so he may be referring to one of the comments in here too. Or let's see. Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, so you guys are answering the question about the riser. Okay, so Hudson says, nope, he has not. He doesn't have one, or maybe he hasn't heard of it. And Sunrise Showdown says, hey, buddy, but I don't. All right. So he doesn't have one. And Hudson says, but I'm probably going to buy some. Yes, I would advise have at least 2 of them on there, guys. I mean, have at least 2. So I have this one, and man, it did get hung up on me at one point on something. And I can't remember what that was, but actually, it was hung up on a fish's mouth. That's what it was. It was hung up on a fish's mouth. So that's what I was worried about getting broke off on. So you guys will see that in just a second. All right, let me read one more super chat and then we will get into this video. And guys, look what we have here. We have Vernon Neal has hit us up with a $20 super chat. Man, gotta love that. The support of the channel, guys, I really appreciate it. And Vernon Neal, you are the sponsor of tonight's video, tonight's live stream. So what I do, guys, is whoever gives the highest super chat, because the donations to the channel, they really go towards bringing more content to you guys, getting more lures, going towards gas money, all of that good stuff, tournament entry fees, just whatever it involves to be able to continue to bring content to you guys. So it is very appreciated. So I'm going in here right now. Just bear with me just a second and let me update the banner because we have a new sponsor of tonight's live stream. It is, let me make sure I get this in here right. Let's see, here we go. Just bear with me real quick, guys. Got to make sure I take care of my people. Vernon Neal. All right, there we go. There we go. Really appreciate that. Let's see. All right, there we go, guys. All right, the sponsor of the live stream tonight is Vernon Neal. Really appreciate that, guys. All right, so we are going to go ahead and pull up this video. 1 second. Let me just share the screen. Actually, let me read 2 more comments real quick, and then we'll get into the video. You guys are getting active in the comment section. That is a very, very good thing. So I don't want to overlook that. And it adds some life to the live stream, gives us something to talk about. Makes things a little more exciting. So Hudson Logan Fishing says, my fishing spots were so good the fish did not know about them. That is not a good thing. So those are some real good fishing spots. So good that they did not know. All right. All right. And then we have Harry says, good evening, Money Bass. I see your daddy is on. So he is referring to Chicken Hawk. Chicken Hawk. I don't know if Chicken Hawk is going to come up here today. We'll see. We'll see. All right. So let me go ahead and share this screen real quick, guys, and get into this video. Let's see. All right. So again, this is the 2-day classic. So we'll go through this. If you guys have any comments, questions, or anything like that, please continue to get active in the comment section. And then I will continue to go through those. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get started.
Everybody here deserves it. Everybody made it. So it ain't no handouts. A lot of guys want to bring their own boats down at the bottom of the pack, but hey, this the top 10 guys bring their boat, the other guys fill in. So, hey, I hope this is the thing of what's to come for next year for everybody. Having a partner and enjoying the day.
Gotta love that early morning blast off. All right, so this is what I was talking about, guys, skipping the dock. So I'm starting off with that wacky rig. That is what I just showed you a few minutes ago. Started off going back into coves, and I could see the bait fish. They were active back there, and some of the fish were coming and hitting on top, but it was kind of hard to keep up with that. So as I was going along, throwing this buzz bait in between those docks and throwing it right along the sides of the docks. And as you can see right here, that is a nice hookup on the buzz bait. So the hookup was nice, but the fish, not so much. So yeah, so that was the game plan, guys, starting off with that buzz bait, and pretty much you can see that the size of that cove, I pretty much covered that entire cove. No action from me on the shallow water bite that morning, so I headed offshore. Had to get things lined up, and I was able to quickly locate those fish and find out what they were biting. So this day is kind of starting off good because it's still early, guys. All right, and Harry says, Red Boat says, first time hearing about that bait. So he's talking about that riser, guys. All right, so that fish came on a shaky head. And we did start off with some early rain.
All right, there we go. That is a keeper fish. It is going to be a numbers game, definitely, guys. This is a keeper, but doesn't have much weight on it. I have to knock out these 5 fish pretty quick, then probably switch up to something like a jig or something like that I can pull in that bigger fish with, or maybe a swim bait or something like that. But, all right, we're moving.
All right, and look at the cadence on the Spybait. Did you guys see how slow I was reeling that? And that comes into play on this day and especially day 2. That cadence plays a big factor in what's going on here. All right, Sunrise says, how ready or confident were you at the beginning of takeoff? The answer to that, I was very confident that I would be able to get my 5 fish.
All right. All right. If you saw the last live stream, you saw how I was showing you guys the spider bait. It works. This is not the size we need, but let's get back to it. Rain is on its way again. Got to keep working.
All right, and just take a look at this, guys. You see that boat coming? Why are they coming so close? What do you guys think? Why would somebody come that close to me whenever I'm out there fishing? And it sounds like they're stopping.
Are you guys in the tournament or are you just fishing?
No, we will be starting tomorrow. We come
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Good?
I just have 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started out shallow this morning. I should have went ahead and came out here earlier.
Yeah. How about your trash talking buddy? Is he out here?
Nah,
Chicken hawk?
Nah.
He is a crack up, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
He's only beat me in 1 tournament out of I don't know how many years we've been fishing, but you can't tell by the way he talks on the.
No, you think he was God gives the fish.
Right.
Hey man, I'm excited to see you. Hey, I'm in Lake Hartwell. It's almost a dream come true. I'm talking to one of my brothers that has struggled for years to get where he is today. And now we got Money Bass, we got Brian Latimer, Mark Daniels, we got all these guys that we can be proud of. Get out here and do your thing with us.
That's right.
Because we doing it. Thank you, bro.
All
Thank you very much.
All right, that'll work.
All righty.
Shout out your name. What's your name?
Don Waters.
Don Waters.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so there we go, guys. That was pretty interesting. I mean, always a good time to meet and talk to subscribers at the boat ramp, on the water, even during tournaments. So it's a good thing, guys. All right, so right there, I had got my bait hung up, so I had to pull that off. So having one of those bait retrievers is a good thing. Let me just move this out of the way. But having a bait retriever is a good thing, so that you can get those spy baits back whenever you do get those caught on brush. So right here, guys, I have this sped up because I see some fish here, and I've made probably about 15 to 20 casts in the same location because I was watching those fish. But look what I pulled out of there. So let's see, who was that earlier? Hudson Logan fishing. I think that's what you were talking about right there, catching those getting those short fish, those short strikes. So that right there was a jig, guys. So if you saw me reeling that bait in fast, I was reeling that in that fast because I saw those fish coming on top. So take a look at this. This is that riser bait. See, I have the rod tip pointing up. When I have that rod tip pointing up and I'm shaking it like that, that's because I wanted to add some extra splash to it. Then what I did is I pointed it down to kind of get it to go in a straight line once I saw that those fish were kind of coming after it. And I hooked up on that fish. So that is with that riser bait, guys. That's what this bait is. And I think I have 1 or 2 more clips in here where I show you guys the different ways that I'm fishing that riser bait. So this is another one right here. So see, I'm pointing it down, but I'm kind of having little short, I'm just kind of jerking it real, just making real short strokes with that so that the lure does not get tangled up. If you take like long snaps with that, like you would with a jerk bait, it'll kind of spin and get tangled up on you. So you don't want that to happen. And I'm throwing this on, I believe I have 15 or 20 pound braid, and that leads to 8-pound fluorocarbon. And that fluorocarbon is maybe about 15 feet or so long is that leader that's on there. And just take a look at that, guys. The different cadence that I was doing with that. All right, let's see one more time. So with this one, see, I'm starting off with that rod tip up. When I'm doing that, I'm making it skip out of the water. When I pause, it sinks because this sinks fast. But then each one of those little actions where you see that rod tip shaking like that, that was me making that dart back out of the water. So it has some real good action to it. And even though it is small, it can still pull those fish out of that deep water and have them come up and hit it. Right here, I switch back to the shaky head. Once they go back down and they stop biting, I would transition over to a Spybait. Then I would take them all the way back down to the bottom with a shaky head.
All right, baby. Going for 5. Going for 5. Oh man, I did not have the camera going. Number 5, guys. Look at that monster. Just kidding. But hey, it is an accomplishment to get 5 out here. It has been a grind. 5 was the goal. 5 is what I got. It is 3:30. I have about 15 more minutes of fishing left, and then I have to head back for the weigh-in, guys. I'm feeling good, feeling good. Not really sure how we'll do at the scales, but as long as you can reach your goals, man, it's all that matters, huh?
All right, had a little bit more time out there, so I was trying to see if I could cull any of those fish that I had, but time was running out on me, guys. Look at this one right here. Couldn't even tell this fish was even on the hook. All right, time to head in. All right, let's head back.
Y'all still going to the playoffs.
Jump them and take them back.
You ain't gonna keep out there in the playoffs?
You got a little walk. You little walk to go.
Who wins? Oh, my bad. My bad.
With my business.
Hurry up and wait. Tell her, right? Hurry up.
Bouncing around in that line.
What are you doing? All right, 5-5 alive. 5-18. 5-18. How many you got? 4. Minus the big fish. Ryan? That's 12. It might get ugly, Ryan. 12. Come on, good. If you slap it on, you're gonna get duck 50 pounds for you. I'm trying to figure out which one is the little. They both 12.
Hold on, let me just pause it real quick, guys, just to let you know what's going on here. All right, so we have people that are joining that are subscribing, that join these live streams because fishing, you know, it's kind of picking up. It's some people that are kind of interested in it. So just real quick, what we are doing out here is everybody goes out and they try to catch their best 5 fish. If you catch more than 5, you have to throw those additional fish back and keep your 5 biggest. You bring those back to the scales. You weigh your 5 fish. Whoever has the most weight with their 5 fish, they are the person that comes in first, second, and so on based on your weight. And those fish for this lake, they have to be at least 12 inches in length. If you bring back a short fish, you will be penalized. You will not only lose that short fish, but you will also lose your big fish. And that can cause some problems. The kind of problems that can cause is you can lose your place. You could lose a check. You could lose some cash. You could have been sitting in first place, but bringing in a short fish, you could drop to 5th, 6th, last, just any place. It won't be first, depending on how much weight you bring in. So that's what we're doing right now. They're taking a look at one of the fish because it looks a little suspect. That's all that's going on here. So let's go ahead and see what else happens with this situation.
They both 12.
I'm drawing, man.
My bad. No, he's longer. He
a little longer.
See? They 12.
Yeah.
They 12.
All right, and he made it.
Got 4 alive.
My bad.
5 alive. 5-4-4.
Oh, you got change for it?
5-4-4.
All right, guys, and that is the end of the day. And no, I was planning on camping, guys, but the ride for me is a little over an hour. So what I did was decide to head back home. Let me go ahead and pull this back up. So that was the end of day 1, guys. Day 1, I was able to get those 5. No pre-fishing. I just kind of went off of kind of a little bit of history and kind of off of my results from the previous lakes, from what I was seeing. And I was going for 5 fish. I was not going for weight because I know that on this lake, you can go out there and go for weight and go for those bigger fish and come in with a 0. I figured that at least if I came in with 5, it would still put me in contention for day 2, even if they were 5 1-pounders. I just wanted 5 12-inch fish, guys. So that's what I was shooting for. And hey, I did a little bit better than that. I mean, they were a little bit bigger than 12 inches. I mean, they weren't anything to really brag about. Well, actually, I would say they are something to brag about because there was only a few people that came in with a limit. So I felt good about that. All right, so let's go ahead and head back into the comments, guys. See what you guys have to say. What do you think about day one? Let's see who has joined the live stream. And guys, if you are just coming into the live stream, please hit the like button on the way in. It really, really does help support the channel. And also wanted to give another shout out to Vernon Neal. He is the sponsor of tonight's live stream. He has the largest super chat for tonight's live stream. So basically, whoever gives the largest super chat, I will add them to the banner that you see scrolling at the bottom, showing that they are a sponsor and longtime contributor of the channel. Really, really appreciate it. All right, so let's go ahead and get to these comments, guys. Let's see who else has stepped into the comment section. All right, so we'll start right here. So Sunrise Showdown, his question was that he had asked was, how ready or confident were you at the beginning of takeoff? So for me, with this being a spotted bass lake, and I know that the fish on Hartwell are a little more aggressive than, say, the fish on Lanier, even though whenever they get finicky during fall, it is pretty much going to be the same deal. If you are using your sonar, say you're doing drop shot or something like that, like someone just mentioned a little earlier, where you can actually track those baits using your RTS window, which is live imaging, guys. Your sonar does have a live imaging function on it, which is called the RTS window. So you can still track those fish live using your RTS window. So if you are using a drop shot or something like that, where you're going to fish vertically directly under the boat, you can see those fish, you can track those fish, and you can see how they react to your bait. More than likely, if you drop that drop shot down there, they're going to look at it and either swim away. They're just down there laughing at you guys. It's pretty much what's happening. So the drop shot was not effective. And if you guys have been following my channel for any amount of time, you know that that drop shot was on the deck. So whenever you watch day two, just watch that. Right when you look to the right of my right by my right foot, that pole that is facing the front of the boat toward the units, that is my drop shot. I always keep that drop shot right there at the front of the boat. To me, my drop shot is like a cowboy in his 6-gun. You want to keep that right there by your hip and ready to rock whenever those fish come under the boat. But in this case, day one, when those fish came under the boat, it was a no-go for me. So yeah, but that being said, I was confident because I knew I would be able to locate schools of fish based on the time of year. But the thing was, can you finesse those fish enough to get those offshore fish to bite? And just want to add this in real quick too. I did mention about the cadence of that spybait whenever you saw me reeling it in. And there'll probably be a clip or two in day two, which I'll be playing in just a few minutes once we get through these comments real quick. So on day two, something that I did realize is if you speed that up a little bit, then you will get more of a reaction strike. So think about that, guys. If you guys are going to be heading to the lake, that's something you might want to consider. Don't forget about it. That is some key information. So it's like little things like that, guys. So there's some people that know what I'm talking about, and they will be able to capitalize on that type of information, because I'm telling you, it really does mean something. That change in cadence really does mean something. All right, so let's see. We have Harry says, what brand of Spybait do you like? So I pretty much stick with the G-Fix 80, the Spinbait, the Spinbait G-Fix 80. It's by Duo Realis. Those are the ones that I generally buy. And just the colors just depends on whether it's sunny or it is overcast. And I will put a link in the description, guys, that will go over my full setup for my Spybait. And if you have not watched last week's live stream, make sure you go back and take a look at that one, because I did dedicate pretty much a full live stream to the Spybait in preparation for this tournament, because I knew it was going to be a key factor for me. And let's see who else we have in here. So we have the Real Estate Apostle checking in. Make sure you guys check out the Real Estate Apostle's channel. She is always dropping knowledge, and she is will give you some information about how to start your own Turo business. If you guys want some extra income, if you want to buy a few extra lures, get a little extra gas for that boat or something like that, starting your own business, something like Turo may come in handy for you. All right, so she says, hey, how long can the fish be out of water before you have to put it back in? So that is gonna kind of vary, especially depending on when it's summer versus wintertime, when the water temps are a little warmer. So in the summertime, those fish don't last long at all because the water temperature themselves and the oxygen levels, depending on how much those fish have fought before you get them to the boat, all of that comes into play. But generally, I would say you don't want to keep those fish out of the water. I can't even really give you a time. I would say you just want to get those fish back in the water as fast as you can, because during the tournament, especially, and just in general, but especially during the tournament, you do not want a dead fish, because a dead fish is going to cost you a half a pound. And that half a pound can be the difference between first place and fifth place, or first place and third place. And it can cost you a check. So you could, if you're fishing for, say, you're in a place where you could have received a $500 check, that one dead fish can knock you out and you get nothing. Nothing. So you don't want that to happen. So you want to keep your fish healthy and keep those in, keep them in the water, especially as quick as you can once you get those fish out. And another thing, guys, speaking of that, G juice, I will put a link for, let me see this. All right. So I will put a link in the description for the link to buy G juice. And what that is an additive that you can put in your live wells that will assist in keeping your fish alive. During the summertime, you definitely need it. Right now, the water temps are cooling a little bit, so it won't be quite as bad, but I always make sure I put that in my live well, especially during the tournament, because you do not want to kiss a check goodbye because your fish died. So that is definitely something that you don't want. All right. And then Harry, he says hazards of getting big time. And what he is referring to is when I had a subscriber pull up on me during the tournament. I mean, but yeah, I still kept fishing a little bit, but I felt like I would still be able to accomplish and get my 5 fish for that day. And it was fun. You know what I mean? Having somebody that recognized me out on the water and just showed support for the channel and everything. It was a great experience. So to me, it was worth it. I stopped for a second. He actually took a picture and I let him, as you guys saw, I let him go ahead and give a shout out for the channel and put that in the video. So hopefully he sees that. And, it really makes his day. But he said, actually, he and his wife both watch the channel. So I guess they both fish. All right. And let's see. So Vernon Neal says, I predicted 25 pounds for your 2-day total. Let's go. Oh man, 25 pounds. Ooh, that's kind of a tough one for some fall fishing. And remember, I didn't pre-fish either. So, and I wasn't targeting big fish. So, but you never know. This was just day one. That was just day one for me. But I don't know if you heard my weight, but it was a little over 5 pounds. I think it was around 518 or something like that. So that's where I was sitting at for day one. And I was currently in 6th place with that day 1 5 fish finish. All right. And let's see. So that was, all right, you predicted 25 pounds. Hudson Logan says Saturday on Kiowee, we only weighed in 1 bass for 1.06. Whoo. Okay. So, but wait a minute. Look at that. He still says that they got 31st place with 1 fish. 1 fish. Hey guys, things are tough whenever 1 fish is bringing in something like that. 1 fish got you 30. So that means you still beat, what is that, 29 other people with that. So, hey, yeah, you can complain a little bit, but that's better than what those other 29 did. So to me, hey, that's still kind of a win. You know what I'm saying? It depends on how you look at it. But yeah, but right, like I said, Kiowee, I would say that would probably fish the same way that Lake Hartwell, Lanier, Russell, those kind of spotted bass lakes, because I'm pretty sure that 1.06 was a spotted bass that came out of Lake Kiowee. All right, and then we have Sunrise Showdown says that netting setup was awesome. I hate to see people fly by like that, but at least they are fans. Yes, that is right. But okay, I have something I can tell you about that too. I got something to add to that. All right, so check this out. Yes, it is kind of annoying in a way if you let that get to you. But the good side of that, whenever you have fish that are chasing bait fish and someone does come close to your boat like that, what it does is it will stir up those bait fish. And now with live imaging, you can actually see it. You can see if you're watching a bait ball and a boat comes flying by, those fish use that as their chance to attack those bait balls. So that actually makes those fish get active. And it actually can help you catch fish whenever that boat goes by. So for me, if a boat actually comes by to where it's close enough for me to cast within their wake, as soon as that boat passes, I give them the peace sign, like, hey, what's going on? You kind of make grimace at them a little bit, but I mean, because they did come that close. But if they help you catch a fish, was it really that bad? So just keep that in mind. A lot of times, and it did happen on either day 1 or day 2 where someone did that and it stirred up the bait fish. I saw it right there on the screen and I cast out there. I can't remember if I caught anything or not, but I can actually see those bait fish getting stirred up and kind of disoriented, and the bass taking that as their opportunity to go ahead and try to catch some of those bait fish. All right. And then so we have Chauncey Davis says, checking in from Emory. What it do? All right. What's going on, Chauncey? So Chauncey is a long time subscriber and supporter of the channel. He actually fishes the BFL, and he fished the BFL, the same one that I did earlier this year. And I think, hold on 1 second. Let me pull this back up. And I think he may have actually did better than I did, because I did not do too good at all on that BFL. But what is up, Chauncey? Glad you were checking in. Glad you were able to make it into the live stream. All right, let me see. Lost my place real quick. Let me just scroll back up, guys. Let me find where Chauncey is. All right, okay. I see you guys are getting active in the comments. Let me shoot through these real quick, and then we will get to day 2. And maybe if Chicken Hawk is actually, let me go ahead and drop this link just so I can see. If anyone wants to come up, let's see. So what I do, guys, is pretty much after we finish the second part of the video, I'll have this link. So there is a link that I'm dropping in the comment section. If anyone wants to come up on the live stream, I'll pull you up. Just make sure you are cammed up, your lighting is good, and kind of see how I'm kind of symmetrical centered on the screen. My head isn't way down in the shot, all that kind of stuff. Just make sure you looking good, sounding good, all that stuff. Then I can pull you up on the screen, and we can chit chat, have a little bit of fun, and kind of talk about some fishing a little bit. All right. So I dropped that link in there just in case Chicken Hawk is here. He might be in here tonight, guys. We'll see. We'll see if he blesses us with his appearance in tonight's live stream. All right. So let's see. So Real Estate Apostle says, yay. Yes, yay on that 5 fish limit. All right. 10 Plus Sound says, do the fish ever bite? Oh man, what's going on? 10 Plus Sounds. Why does it have to be like that? So yes, they do bite, but right now it's fall, the fall transition. So at different times of the year, it's sometimes it can be a little more difficult than others. So right now with that fall transition, the change of the water temperatures, changing just about everything, barometric pressure, all that kind of stuff. Some people look at the moon phases and all that kind of stuff. So there's a lot that can go into it, depending on how deep you want to go. But yeah, right now it's a little, it's a little harder out there, just about for everybody. So just look in the comments and you'll see, and you can check tournament weights. That's another thing that I do in preparation for going to a certain tournament. So I know those locals, for example, on this lake where I came in with 5-something pounds, I did not pre-fish or anything. Someone that is local to that lake, I would not be surprised if their weights are going to be closer to maybe that 15-pound mark, because they have put in the time that it takes to locate those bigger fish. I did not have that time to go out there and do that, because I wanted to focus on just getting my 5 fish instead of scouting around until I found those bigger fish and maybe not be able to get those to bite and run out of time. Because with the tournaments, it is a timed event. So you have to kind of be strategic with it. All right. Chauncey says, nice arsenal. All right. Appreciate that. Appreciate it. Yep. Had to put a little something together for Lake Hartwell. All right. And we have Steve Ray says, you have such a great attitude, Ryan. All right. Really, really appreciate that. All right. I always look forward to tuning into the channel. Yes, that is right. Yeah. I mean, we try to stay positive, man. I mean, why be sad? Why look at the bad side of things when you can look at the good? So, hey, I mean, there's always going to be a little give and take, but as long as you have things set up, you have your own personal goals and stuff in mind, things that you can work for, multiple goals within a tournament. You may not win that tournament, but there may be other wins within that tournament that you come away with. All right. And then Harry's getting started. He saw his boy Chicken Hawk in here, so he's starting to do a little talking. He says, short fish alert. Yes, I did catch a few short fish, but I still came in with my 5. How about that? How about that? All right. So Hudson Logan Fishing says, in our middle school tournaments, we can ask for a courtesy bump so we don't get penalized. Yes.
Yes, sir.
That is right. We can do that too. But if we do that, you know, people are going to start laughing at you a little bit, asking you, do you know how to measure your own fish? And sometimes the tournament director may say, hey, I'm not doing courtesy measures today. This is the classic. If you made it this far, you do not need to be bringing short fish up to the scales, because you will lose your small fish and your big fish. So, but yeah, so that is something that we are allowed to do also. But generally, for the most part, we do that throughout the tournament season, on a regular tournament season tournament. But it doesn't happen too often, because the guys, you know, pretty much know. And let me add this, because what Hudson is referring to is basically sometimes you may catch a fish, and that fish could be just below that line. Let's stay with the 12-inch fish. So that 12-inch fish can be just below that line. But whenever you first catch those fish, sometimes their muscles and everything are tensed up, so that fish actually can shrink just enough to where it does not touch that line. You can take that fish, put it in the live well, and wait 5 or 10 minutes to let that fish kind of relax. Take it out again, measure it again, and that fish can actually be a little bit past that mark. So I've had that happen on several occasions, but I've also had it to where I had a fish that was just barely touching the line, which is a legal fish. But because I know that it can kind of go either way, I take it out and I check it later. And I've had fish that were legal when I caught it, and they shrunk on me. Don't know how that part happens, but I've had that happen too. So that's why you would ask for a courtesy measure at times, because when they're very, very close, sometimes it can go either way. You may measure it and it's just a little bit short, but that tournament director can measure it and it'll touch that line. So it's all good for you. All right. So Sunrise Showdown says makes sense. All right. And then let's see. Harry says catch 5 to stay alive. Good job on day 1. That is right. All right. So Red Boat says straight up money. That's classic. When you stop fishing and spend a little time to speak to someone, keep up the good work. It will pay off in the future. All right. Really, really appreciate that. Yeah. I mean, I just know that if it was me and I saw somebody, you know, and they took the time, it would kind of make my day. It would make me feel good. And I don't know if you guys heard, but he said he's from West Virginia. He's from West Virginia. See, I'm down here in Georgia. I'm down in Georgia. So he's all the way from West Virginia, which was kind of surprising to me that, you know, someone from way out of state was like, hey, I recognize you from way across the lake. So it was kind of funny that they went flying by and hit a big U-turn. That part wasn't on camera, but they hit a big U-turn and came back, guys. And also what he said, he wasn't even driving the boat. His buddy was driving. And so he was like, hey, that's Money Bass. And I heard him. So that's when I gave him the thumbs up, guys. I gave him the thumbs up whenever I heard somebody say Money Bass. So I turned, looked, gave him the thumbs up. And then I started back fishing. And I noticed they were easing their way on over to me. So now I pick up my shaky head and I start casting that, because it's something I can cast out and just kind of take my time with it and not necessarily have to pay attention to the technique so much. So as he comes up, he was like, hey, man, he was like, my buddy was saying that you may be fishing a tournament and not to bother you. But I was like, man, that's Money Bass. I'm going to go over there and I'm going to talk to him. So I was like, hey, man, it's all good. We can talk for a minute. So, yeah, so something like that. I'm pretty sure that it was real exciting to him, because I was kind of feeding off of his energy. So, yeah, that was definitely a good thing. All right. Chauncey says, day 1, do your thing, fam. All right. Sounds good. Adam says, good catch. Fishing has been tough on Lanier lately. Exactly. I might have to go out there and test it out. I kind of like going out there on tough days like that and trying different techniques to see if there's a way to kind of break through that, because there are people out there that have figured this stuff out through generations, to where they just kind of keep that secret, and they're able to go out there and make things happen. All right. And then Sunrise Showdown says, love your commentary. All right. Appreciate that. I'm just trying to shoot through these real quick, guys, and then we can get to part 2. Harriet Step says, hit the like button for Money Bass. There we go. I really appreciate that. Yeah, guys, hit the like button on your way in if you did not already hit it. All right. Chauncey says Lanier is the pressure for fall. Lanier, is it the pressure or fall turnover? I would say that that turnover, that fall transition, all of that comes into play more than the pressure does. That would be my opinion on that. So because it's pressured during other times of the year also, but right now those fish, even when you locate them, the thing is getting them to bite. They're not very active as far as biting, and you just have to catch them at the right time, or they'll just sit there and watch your bait and won't do anything. All right, who is this? Who is this right here? We have S. Jordan, another supporter of the channel. Let's see. Good evening, Money Bass. Greetings from the Mass Bastard. Guys, look at the name. That is, I mean, he might need to update that name from S. Jordan to fit his AKA, his also known as. And I mean, just check the spelling on that, the BASS. So he kind of plays with some words on that one. Pretty neat, pretty neat. All right, and then Cajun, the Hawk Sam. But your fans were looking for the man right here. Well, right here. See, he's from Louisiana, down from Cajun country. So you have to say it right. Maybe if he comes up, he can pronounce that for you. But he's looking for the man right here, is basically what he's saying. By the way, you will pay for laughing at me on Logan Martin. Hey man, it's not gonna happen. If you come and meet me on Logan Martin, it's not going to be good for your partner. It's not going to be good for you. All right. So Harry says, you talking about practice again? Maybe fishing a derby on Saturday, depending on the storm coming through. All right. Hey, let us know how you do out there. Good luck on Saturday. All right. Hudson says it was a spot. So on Kiwi, that 1.06 pound fish that he caught and still came in 31st place out of 60. So he beat out 29 other people with that one spot at 1.06. So, hey, gotta love it. Gotta love it. All right. Harry says, you better bring it, Chicken Hawk. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Chicken Hawk ain't bringing nothing. Chicken Hawk ain't gonna bring it. All right. Let me just take a look real quick. Let me just check. Okay. We're almost through these comments, guys, and then we'll hop right into day 2. All right. So let's see. We have Sunrise Showdown says, I'll keep that in mind. Thanks. All right. All right. And so, like I said, that link, that is the link. When you look and you see that Money Bass, then you'll see that link right under there. Just click that link, and then I'll bring some people up right after we finish day 2. Let me just finish these 2 more comments, and we'll get right to it. All right. Chicken Hawk says, sounds like short fish catching problems. Come on, Chicken Hawk. I know you're not talking about short fish catching problems. Hold on. Do you want me to bring up a clip? You mean to bring up a clip, Chicken Hawk? I can bring up a clip, show somebody with some short fish. All right, so let's see. Harry says, someone else from West Virginia as well. We travel well. There we go. West Virginia is definitely checking into the live stream. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and pull this back up, and we will get into day 2. Let's see what happens. All right, here we go.
Good morning, Heavenly Father. First of all, we just want to give you all the praise and all the glory this morning. Lord, you said, let there be light, and there was light. Let there be water, and there was water. Let there be man, there was man, and let there be woman. From man, there was a woman. Lord, we thank you for all of those blessings.
All right, wanted to give you guys some video of what I'm fishing right here. So as you can see, I'm sitting in about 30 feet of water.
All right, real quick, guys. Let me just pause this real quick, because if you look at the time on there, you can see that this was around 1 o'clock. So what this is showing you, this is the live imaging screen right here, guys. So I'm sitting in 31 feet of water. And as you look where my finger is at, that is pointing down to the area where directly below the boat. Now, as you go over toward the right and you look right at the top of that kind of hill, I'm trying to explain it the best I can, because some people may not know how to read their live imaging. But at the top, those are the fish that I'm targeting whenever I'm fishing these ledges with that shaky head and also with the Spybait. So if you pay attention to that, you notice that those fish are kind of staged right at the top of that. And that is about 10 feet of water right there. So that ledge, you just have those fish kind of active, moving up and down right on that ledge. So that's what I'll be targeting. So this clip was kind of out of order from the tournament day, but I wanted to put this at the beginning so you guys could see whenever I'm throwing that shaky head, what I'm targeting and where those fish were located at. All right, let's get back to it.
And these fish are sitting right up on the top of that, right on the top of that ledge. All right, let's keep working.
Gotta love that early morning takeoff. Now look at that. He thought he was gonna take me, guys. You see that boat over to the left? He thought he was gonna take me. Let me go ahead and put a little gas on it. I was playing with him a little bit, guys. All right, and the other thing, guys, I gave a shout out to the members of the live stream, the members of the YouTube channel. That join button is right below the video. So just click that join and it will give you some information on how to become a member of the money team.
All right, just getting the day started. Fish number 1. It is 8:24. Check-in is at 2 o'clock, so got to get to it kind of quick. The goal for the day is 5 fish again. Not really sure if I'm going to get any size, but 5 fish. Let's see how we turn out for the day.
All right, and the other thing, guys, the Patreon members. Shout out to Rick Patterson. He is one of the Patreon members. I will go into a little more detail as far as how to target those ledges, pull up some mapping and show you guys something. Actually, hold on, I need to pause this right here because you guys will want to see what was going on in that. But just real quick, in the Patreon section, I will go into a little more detail as far as how to target the those specific ledges and which ones will be high getting high percentage areas as far as targeting those ledges where those fish will be staging at. So even if you aren't on the lake, before you get to the lake, you can go ahead and mark and target those spots, put your waypoints on your units and just go straight to those areas before you even get there. So in the Patreon section, I will upload another video that will show you guys how I do that. So like I mentioned to you, I did not pre-fish for this tournament. I just kind of targeted certain areas that I took a look at ahead of time before I even went to the lake, using my mapping, using just other things. So like I said, we'll get into a little bit more into that, but let me pull this back up and just rewind it just a little bit. Let me see if I can rewind it back just a little bit for you guys, because this is something that I wanted you guys to check out. All right. And before I started back, what I'm using right here is the riser. So I showed you on day 1 how the different the different techniques and the different ways that I use that bait to get different types of action for it. Now, what is a fisherman's dream on tournament day whenever you are trying to catch some fish?
So you got to get to it kind of quick. The goal for the day is 5 fish again. Not really sure if I'm going to get any size, but 5 fish. Let's see how we turn out for the day.
Now here it goes, guys. What is a fisherman's dream? I mean, you know when fish start schooling, hitting on top, but you just made a cast, and now by the time you reel it in, they stop. I had just reeled my cast in. Look out there, guys. Isn't that lovely? Am I going to catch one? Is that riser going to work? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, guys. It looks like your partner has hooked up. All right. Now the thing is he going to get it to the boat? Is he going to get it to the boat? What do you guys think in the comments real quick? Am I going to land this fish? Now look how this thing is fighting, guys. Now you know this would be the fish. This is the fish that you want on tournament day. Look at that thing pulling drag. This is definitely not a 12-inch fish. Let me see what you guys are saying in the comments. Am I going to get it to the boat? All right. Hudson says yes. Uh-oh, guys. Am I going to get it to the boat? Look at him pulling drag. All right. We got Vernon Neal. Vernon Neal says you'll get it. Let's see what. Oh, come on, Harry. Harry says it's getting off, but guess what? Your partner got it to the boat.
Man, I thought I had a good one. Goodness.
All right, so let me just pause that real quick. For the people in the crowd that don't quite know what happened and why would I throw such a big fish back? Because it was the wrong species. Man, I thought the tournament was over. That would have definitely been a big fish check. Man, that hurt. I mean, even after I saw the stripes, I was thinking like maybe that is just the reflection of the sun or something, because this can't be happening to me. It can't. But it did. So let's see who. So Hudson was saying, yes, I'd get it to the boat. Harry said, absolutely, it's getting off. Steve Ray says, yes. Hudson says, it's going to be a 2 to 3 pounder. Actually, I think that thing was like a 6 pounder or something like that. That fish was pretty big. All right. Then Hudson, yeah, he's laughing at me. He's laughing. But yeah, I agree, Vernon Neal. Wasn't looking good. All right, guys, let's get back to it. All right, there we go. Another one on the Spybait. Gotta take it easy. Gotta ease this monster to the boat. Let me hold this up for a few pictures. Now, I don't know if you guys know about those hooks on a Spybait. You do not want one of those to get into one of your fingers while it is definitely connected to a fish. That will not be a good day. Those things are sharp like needles.
That one is not gonna make it. Basically what I did, instead of keeping that real slow cadence, I sped it up a little bit to get more of a reaction bite. So they started chasing it and then they hit it. But just need to get those bigger fish to the boat. So we'll see what happens.
All right, Hudson says never caught a striper.
All right, I have one fish. It is 10:30. The pattern I was running yesterday, well, I'm just kind of fishing the same water. So now I'm about to take off, hit new water, and see what we can come up with.
Had to change the plan up. And actually, guys, this is after I went to the new water. New water did not work, so I went back to old water again and got another hookup. But yeah, that's like a chicken hawk fish right there. That's what he usually pulls in. So that's not going to help me too much. All right, got another hookup. Time is ticking on me, guys.
All right, it is time to put in some work, guys. This is only the second fish of the day. I have a little over an hour left. Man, it is tough. Gotta keep pushing.
Uh-oh, is he about to set the hook? Oh.
All right, swing and a miss. Let's keep working.
Swing and a miss. Uh-oh, is he about to set the hook? Uh-oh, is he gonna get him? All right, guys, so I'm back on another ledge, and this is with a shaky head.
All right, we're moving. We're moving. We are moving. All right, there we go. Fish number 3. Fish number 3. We have about another 30, 35 minutes left out here. I need to get 2 more. Let's see if we can do it. All right. Oh man, a swing and a miss. Look at that. That's the bait fish these things have out here. Man, a swing and a miss. Can't afford to have that happen. Time is ticking. All right, so this is the last cast of the day. The sun is out kind of bright. I kind of figured something out towards the end of the day. Kind of wish that I had spent a little more time with this, but hey, you can't always control how things go. But yeah, so I figured out, just changed my bait up on my shaky head, and I was able to come to this location, and those fish were pretty active here. So at this spot, there's a ledge right here, and I'm able to pull my bait right over that ledge, and also there's suspended fish here also. So I was able to catch some fish on the Spybait, throw that out there, be able to track those fish with that Spybait. But the shaky head ended up being the bait of the day. I have 3 fish to head to the scale with. I was sitting in 6th place yesterday, so let's go ahead and head back and see how the day turns out at the scales. It was a pretty decent day, but I mean, anytime that you're out here fighting for 5 and you get 3, you know that is a tough day. But I did not capitalize on a few bites, as you saw. So I think I missed maybe 3 or 4 fish, but that's fishing, guys. All in all, a good day. Had a good time out here. Let's go ahead and head back.
All right, headed to the weigh-in. Let's see what we have in store at the weigh-in.
All right, guys, finishing up day 2, Lake Hartwell Classic Tournament. Tough, tough, tough. You guys saw the action out there on the lake. Let's go ahead and get them bagged up. The scales are open and see where we come in. I was sitting in 6th place yesterday, but some guys have come in with some fish, so we'll see, we'll see.
Ooh, those look nice right there. Just needed 2 more.
Oh, I told him. Well, you got 1. 3 fish. You been to this cove? I said, I know it's fish. Next thing I know, camp gets in there. I just came through there. You know, I was praying. Back there? No, we was way.
Oh, you fish up.
We was on the other. Not this 3. 3? 3 right.
All right, there we go, guys. Now, what we are about to do right now, they're about to announce first, second. So, in this is our classic. The top 20, the top 10 boaters are fishing, and then they fill in the other, the co-anglers with each boater. So now they're about to announce the top 6. I was in 6th place yesterday, guys. I had my 5 fish, but today, I was only able to pull off 3. Your partner was out there hurting. I was hurting, guys. So I was in 6th place yesterday. Where do you think I ended up? Talk to me, guys. Let me see what you have to say in the chat. Now, Harry, don't you come out there and say I was in 11th place out of the top 10. You know what I mean? But I mean, it's really 20 guys because the co-anglers are in on it too. So really, it's 20 people fishing because everybody is still fishing against each other in this classic. That's the way that it's set up. So where do you think I came in at? Where do you think I came in at? Fall fishing. I was in 6th place yesterday. The guy that was leading had 9-something pounds, 9-something, and then 2nd place was 808. And I was sitting at around 5-something. So you could be a hero one day and a 0 the next. Or you can hero both days, or you can 0 twice. I mean, see, I knew it. Come on, Harry. Harry's talking about 12th place. Why I gotta be like that? Man, you must have been in cahoots with Chicken Hawk. And guess who we have sitting in the back waiting, guys? We have somebody that I'm gonna be pulling up in just a second. Let me go ahead and just read these comments real quick to see what you guys are thinking. Who's thinking that I got first? Who's thinking that I didn't place in the top 6 at all? Let's see. Where's the confidence at, guys? Let's see what you have for me. All right, let's see. So Harry has said, good second fish, told you it was going to get off. Yeah. All right, so Hudson says, get in the boat. That's right. So I got that fish in the boat, stuck that third one. Yes, I did. Yeah, I did have strike 2, strike 3 and 4, because I did miss about 3 or 4 fish total. All right, appreciate the work you put in. All right, really appreciate that. All right, Sunrise Showdown says, love the honesty.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, all days aren't going to be 5 fish days out there. Some days where you just begging for one. You're begging for that 1.06 pounder on Lake Kiowee. So you're not going in talking about you were in 60th place. But, I mean, there's somebody that I might bring up that might know that feeling. I'll bring somebody up in just a second, guys. All right, so we have Hudson says, do you live stream on the weekends? No, pretty much I do my live streams on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. and then sometimes I would do them on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Pretty much. I mean, would you believe this, guys? Let me tell you something. There's some people out there that would rather watch football than fishing. What kind of craziness is that, man? So, I mean, I found out from Chicken Hawk that people watch football on Sundays, Mondays? Man, I don't keep up with that. But anyway, that's why I don't stream on the week. They even watch it on Saturdays. Who does that? Who lives like that? All right, so Hudson says he think I got that first place. Look at him. He got some confidence in your partner. He's feeling good for me. Harry is talking about 12th place. All right, but Harry says joking. All right, Vernon Neal says moved up to 4th. Oh, so he has a little confidence in your partner, talking about 4th place. All right, Harry says 5th place. Stop talking about Chicken Hawk like that. All right, and then let's see, who did I skip right here? Hudson says, not me, fishing all the way. There you go, there you go. All right, and then Steve Ray says 3rd. All right, so let's see. Let's see how your partner did. Let's go ahead and pull this back up and play this real quick. Let's see.
Results from the Classic 2022.
Yes, sir. All right, so big fish got Mr. Eddie Champion with 352.
Champion 352.
Yeah, I told you we're gonna be big fish. All right, 6th place. We got Michael Porter, cameraman. 743. 743.
Congrats, man.
5th place, we got Mr. Roy Phillips with 808. 4th place, we got Mr. Ryan Johnson with 985.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Money bags.
There you go.
Appreciate it.
All right, come on now.
Appreciate it.
3rd place, we got Mr. Mike Murphy with 1301.
All right.
Come on with it. I know who number 1 is.
Who?
And out your back.
Hey, Mike. Appreciate it.
First. So first and second. You don't know who first is. 2nd place with 15 pounds, 9 ounces.
Ooh.
David Rose.
Yes, sir.
My man.
He can't fish all year to come in here.
That's how we do it. This is how we do it.
And first place with 17 pounds, 4 ounces, Mr. T. White.
That just happened. That just happened.
Say one more time for the people in the back.
That just happened.
All right, there we go, guys. There we go. That just happened. Your partner got 4th place, man. And congratulations to the other guys that got 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 5th, and 6th. We all were out there putting in work. And hey, and congratulations to the guys that even showed up. Because believe it or not, it was some guys that did not show up. Hey, I mean, it's tough out there, guys. Some guys are just like, it ain't quite worth it. So let's see who. So shout out to Vernon Neal, who is actually the sponsor of tonight's live stream, guys. He got that 4th place pick. All right, appreciate that. All right, so Sunrise Showdown says football Saturdays, Sundays, and Mondays. And he also says, look at that. That's right. Look at that. Look at that. All right. All right. Never been into football. Yeah, man. I don't know what's up with that. All right. And then he says, the fishing is on. I'm watching. There we go. There we go, guys. Now, let me tell you something. I have to go ahead and introduce somebody. So, without further ado, who is this? Who is that? What is going on, man? Who is this, guys?
Look here, man.
Wait a minute. What's that you have on your head? The Hawk. Hey, man, you've been upgraded.
That's who I am, man. That's who I am. You understand? And you see what hawks do to people, right?
What they do?
Attack.
No, they fly away from people.
No, they don't fly away, man. You ain't got no hawks gonna fly away. Hawks gonna attack. And I see you've been disrespecting me on that lake when I'm not around. Got people out there looking for me. You should have told them, hey.
Oh, wait a minute.
Man,
you heard
the man ain't chill.
You
That's all you have to say. The man ain't chill.
You heard that?
I heard that. I heard that. I saw your little giggle. Key. Yeah, you're not gonna be doing all that key. Come time we get on Logan Martin, that's for sure.
Oh, wait a minute. He ain't over here talking about Logan Martin. You ain't talking about Logan Martin.
I'm talking all about Logan Martin. Because you've been running from me. You've been running from me for over a year now.
Wait a minute.
You've been running from me for over a year now.
But Chicken Hawk, I mean, there are people in the live stream that know about the last threats and stuff you was saying then. I mean, they remember that.
Hey, there was issues at Gunnersville. Okay, there was
what
issues.
happened? Oh, what happened? What happened at Gunnersville?
I had that little problem that you were talking about.
About catching fish. So yeah, okay. So let me explain to people.
I had the short fish problem. I had the short fish problem. See, because I caught a bunch of short fish, and I thought,
what you mean a bunch of short fish? I saw.
Nothing like what you caught. You out there catching those minnows.
No, that was a bait fish that was stuck on the end of your crankbait when you swim it.
No. I don't catch bait fish.
Hold on. We need to ask the chat. Now listen, chat, if you swim a crankbait through a bait ball and you hook 2 or 3 bait fish on your treble hooks, do y'all count that as saying, hey man, I caught 3 short fish? I mean, because technically they are fish. I mean, talk to me guys in the chat.
I caught because it had to be 15 inches.
Yeah.
I caught some 14 and a half.
But you know what? That 14 and a half gives you the same amount of weight as that little bait fish we was talking about. Because neither one of those you can bring to the scale.
A bit different. See, the difference is, see how all them little fish like you out there playing baseball. Look like you out there playing baseball, swinging all those strikes. Let me explain something to you. I was in the same situation out there on Gunnersville, right? And I told you, in 6 casts, I caught 5 fish. Because what is my motto? If they bite my hook, they coming to the boat.
They breaking off.
They don't break off. They coming to the boat. They coming to the boat. They're gonna take a ride. You understand?
Oh,
that's
goodness.
how I'm doing it.
But wait a minute. But you said in 6 casts you caught 5 fish. But
6 casts I caught 5 fish.
But you can't bring any of those to the scale.
They were short.
Yeah. So that's the same as catching a catfish. If you catch 5 short bass, that equals 5 short bass equals 1 catfish. So you catfish.
Hey, It was a situation. It was a bad day. But look, I don't have that problem on Logan Martin. Okay, I don't have that problem on Logan Martin.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to meet me out there. Stop running.
So I mean, you
Stop
want
all that running. You a grown man. Now, let me explain something to you. Stop running and take that whooping.
Okay, so
That's
hold
got
on.
your name on it.
So you want to meet me at Logan Martin in the fall for some fall fishing on Logan Martin?
I didn't stutter and your ears don't flap.
Man.
So
come on, man. Don't make me.
I'll meet you fall fishing, spring fishing, summer fishing, winter fishing. Don't make no difference. You meet me out there on Logan Martin.
But we've already met fall fishing. We met summer fishing.
We
met
we
winter
have
fishing.
that. We have that. Not on Logan Martin.
We even pond fished one time.
In fact, you kind of scared to go there. I've noticed that.
Logan Martin.
Yeah.
Man, guys. I mean, do you see this harassment that I get after a long day?
And then look, and then you got the nerve to be bragging about the little 0.79 pound fish you catching.
Now how you gonna use your weight?
Caught 15 fish, 5 pounds. Now that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Hey, man,
you do a whole video.
It was 5 fish.
You do a whole video, 15 fish, 5 pounds. What kind of fish is that?
Hey man, look, that's inappropriate for this live stream. I was feeling good about my 5 fish. Don't come on here trying to make me feel bad about it. You know,
look,
I was smiling and everything.
My daughter was watching and started crying, had to leave the room. She thought she saw Nemo on the that you caught Nemo on one of those little fish, that little bitty fish. I said, girl, baby, that's not Nemo. He catch some little fish. She like, why he so mean to those little bitty fish? I said, that's the best he can do. That's the best he can do.
Man, look. It's gonna have to happen. But wait a second. Why you change lakes? First you say Gunnersville, then you saw what happened.
I have been saying you can look through your archives. I have been saying Logan Martin for years now. For years now. That shows you how long you've been running from. I've been saying it for years now.
But I fished with you on Logan Martin. The last time you said, "Oh, wait a minute, I had boat problems." I had boat problems
at that time. You do that. I had boat problems at that time.
Oh, come on, man. So, but wait a minute. How you go from talking loud and he's like, "Yeah, I had some boat problems." But so we already met on Logan Martin.
You know what we really talk about? We didn't talk about this little statement you made earlier on that you think I was gonna let slide.
Which one?
Your little instinct. When you looking at that, and I can tell I want to throw up on it. What you know about instinct fishing?
Yeah. That's where it all come from. I just happen to have electronics on my boat.
Oh, just happen.
So I have instinct, but I just happen to have electronics.
Does your instinct, can your instinct help you win? Or do you depend on your electronics?
Both.
Oh, both. Okay. So
yeah, my instincts help me win. And depending on where I'm at, I would depend on my electronics.
Do you need to depend on your electronics in Logan Martin? Or with dialing?
Why do you keep switching lakes?
I can speak with Logan Martin. I'm just trying to make it a little bit closer to you.
But look, see the chat knows. The chat already knows that you were saying Gunnersville. Chat, hold on. Guntersville is his home lake. He stays 15 minutes. He stays 15 minutes from Gunnersville.
I don't live 15 minutes from Gunnersville.
Are you closer to Gunnersville or Logan Martin?
I was never closer to Gunnersville.
Exactly. So we already met at Gunnersville. Now he picked a different lake, guys. What's up with this?
You caught me on a bad day, huh? Like I said, they just happened to be short that day.
Okay, so let me ask you this. So after Logan Martin, what's the next lake that you're gonna pick?
Ain't no need for no next lake. You can pick the next lake.
You gonna pick Gunnersville again? You want to do it?
No, ain't no need. Look, I told you. If you head west, you done froze up again. Huh? I guess I took over this dog dude channel again.
Of course not.
Oh,
Of
yeah,
course
he back. He back. All right.
That's your
Well,
camera. That's your camera that's freezing up, not mine. Now look. So what we might have to do, guys, this is what we might have to do. All right. So is there like a place where we can camp at on Logan Martin somewhere? Because what we may have to do is get 8 other people and do a 10-boat pot tournament, like a little 10-boat challenge on Logan Martin. And then have everybody do just a little bit of snippets of footage on their boat. And then I can kind of piece all that together. And then we can come back and we can meet. And then, because I can pull up all 10 people on the live stream. And then we can kind of talk about what I did to you on your new lake.
Okay. Let me explain something to you. Ain't nothing stopping you from doing that.
Mm-hmm.
But air and opportunity.
All right.
And there go the air. I got the air out the way. So it's on you, baby. Whenever you want to do it.
All right, guys. So look, that's what we're going to do. I'm going to see if I can put together, because, I mean, other than that, I mean, Chicken Hawk wants to bet like $10 and $15. I mean, that don't even cover my gas money after I come out there. You know, put that spanking on him. I mean, can I at least get my gas money to drive back home? You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, we're gonna have to talk about it, and you know, just put a little something together. But look, let me see what your peoples are in here saying. Your peoples in the chat. Let's see. All right, where do we stop at? Uh-oh. Okay, let's see where we at. I see some little funny stuff in here. All right, so yeah, we had Sunrise Showdown said, look at that. Let me see. He said, okay. He was talking about football. Okay, there we go. So they talking.
They know. Everybody know, baby. Everybody know.
Papa.
That's right. That's what he gonna be screaming. That's what he gonna be screaming.
Here he says, Money Bass, Daddy selling merch now. The Hawk. All right, let's see. Are the hats for sale? So I mean, I do have the merch stuff ready, but I need to get my samples and stuff in first. So hopefully on the next live stream, I'll be showing that to you guys. And then, I mean, I don't know, maybe we'll have some Money Bass and Hawks to see who is who in here. All right, so let's see. Sunrise, okay, he's doing a little laugh, and then as George says, oh yeah, the Hawk is here. The Hawk is here. All right.
That's right, baby.
Let's make a throwdown. All right. We may have to do that. Hey, as long as it is a fish. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, 15-inch minimum. And I don't get skunked. So we got Hudson Low. He's talking about
everybody want to get a piece of that.
Hudson said, I'll be your Huckleberry. What's up with that? All right. Then Harry says, was Money Bass. Let me see. Was Money Bass was hooking twigs and snagging the bass. Come on, man. Actually, I did catch a real nice size log on Hartwell. Y'all didn't see that though. I didn't put that one in there this time. All right. Hudson says the Hawk breaks every fish off. How does he know you? How does he know you break them off?
I break them off some, put them in the live. That's what I do. That's the only break it off I do. Like I told you, man, when I set that hook, they concussed. They are concussed. They are in concussion protocol. At that point, I get the fish to the boat. He looking like this. He don't know. I got to put him in there. 5 minutes later, then he goes swimming around. That's how I set the hook.
Those are short fish, so that don't work. Look, we got Sunrise says new unknown lake random time. Chicken Hawk is not gonna do that. He is not going to. He is not gonna do. Y'all hear him saying that, but he's not gonna do that. He will not show up. He won't. You have to make Chicken Hawk pay ahead of time, because he will be like, I had boat troubles.
No, you see what Sunrise doing? See, he's trying to help you out.
No pre-fishing.
He's trying to help you out.
He also says, let's see. So Hudson says 5 small fish is better than no fish. How about that, Chicken Hawk? All right. Vernon says hawks, both the birds of prey and the hawk. The man catch small fish.
No, not this. Not
I've
this
seen.
man right
Listen,
here.
I've seen those hawks swoop down and catch some fish, and they all look like they be under the size limit, man. So
Hey man, I'm trying to tell you, the hawk as the bird, the hawk as in winter, and the hawk as in me. We all bringing it, baby. We all gonna have you wrapping up.
man, that ain't gonna. Look at this. I got 5 on money.
Well, you about to come up 5 short.
Stop running and take this whooping, chicken hawk.
No, yeah, you know what that means. You heard what I said. Stop running. I've been telling you, you've been running for years.
Let's see who else we got. We got Hudson says, is live scope cheating? Personally, I say no, but what do you think? Oh man, hold it. No, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing yet. We can. Okay, Hudson. Actually, listen. What you doing tomorrow, Chicken Hawk?
What's tomorrow?
Wednesday.
Okay, no football's on. I'm probably free.
Okay. This is gonna be the lot. This is gonna be the time. I'm gonna make the thumbnail and put that up, and that is what we are going to talk about tomorrow, guys. We're gonna have a talk about that. So we're not gonna get into this tonight.
Y'all not gonna gang up on me.
No,
nah,
I mean, you saw the poll on my channel. There's people on here that have it and don't have it, and people that are for it and against it. So I mean, it'll be all good. Let me see. Now gotta be 2 lakes. So yeah, I mean, Chicken Hawk, he need more than 1 lake. He might need his total weight from 2 lakes. All right, teams or single. So yeah, we always do single. 1 man, 1 boat is how we run it. All right. So Harry says, Logan Martin, how about Lake Cumberland? I may have to get in on this. Air and opportunity.
Hey, show me water, I'll be there.
All right, and they laughing at you wanting to just put out some little gas money. Come on, man. All right, how about unopened wiggle wart? So he upping the ante on it. The Hawk hat as well, and he gonna take your hat.
Put it up because I ain't gonna lose.
Daddy might have taught you, but young buck. But how about no electronics then? See, there you go. See, look at that.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, baby. He don't want nothing.
See, I told you. But look, we'll get into that tomorrow. Harry says, Chicken Hawk, you know your brother, but you got to bring it this time if you challenge him. Oh, come on. Because wait a minute, what was that sound that we heard last time? What was that?
Some short fish.
Wait a minute. Let me give you your intro. Chicken Hawk wants to explain. He wants not explain. He wants to explain. So let me give his intro.
No, Harry. Look, let me explain what happened. I got on some. I had a lot of short fish. And I thought I was gonna win that. I thought I was gonna win that tournament too. But they all came up short. I mean, and it hurt. It hurt being like a half an inch short, this, that, and the other. I mean, because how many fish you caught? 1 or 2? You caught 2, right? 2.
What lake you talking about? Gunnersville?
Yeah.
No, I caught first place.
Huh?
I caught first place. That's what I caught. I caught first place. Next question. Let's see. Sunrise says no electronics for both. Deshaun says Hawk versus Money, no live or 360.
Boom! Everybody want to see it. Everybody want to see the truth. Everybody wants to see the truth.
Why are you freezing up over there? What's going on?
You don't want that action.
Sunrise says, I want a fair fight on the lake. Okay.
That's right. You don't want that action. That's that
there
real
we go.
action, baby.
So check it out. New lake, no electronics, just pure knowledge. So we will get into that tomorrow.
You don't want that I'll take that all day long. I'll take that all day long.
Listen, you are going to take anything that you can say is the next thing because the previous thing has already got you that whooping. Look, so you're gonna change lakes. You're gonna change lakes. You can be like, this is the lake.
No,
wait a minute. This is the lake. Wait a minute. No. That was the wrong lake. This other.
I've been telling you, Logan Martin, And what did you do? What was your response first time I said Logan Martin?
I went out there and
no, you didn't.
We
no, you
already
didn't. What you did was
we already got the stats on that.
You told me you were like, no pre-fishing, no pre-fishing. I said, well, well, then no electronics. Like, nah. Why would I go without my electronics? So what you wanted was you wanted me to go out there blind.
Blind, that is your lake.
Wait, no. You wanted me to go out there blind with no pre-fishing and then just have to go off of my straight up skills, which are pretty tight. And but you're gonna use your electronic, use your camera on the water. So
wait a minute.
You hear what the people want. You see what the people want.
Hudson has a question for you. He says, did you fish in high school or middle school? And I can tell you, Hudson, the answer to that is no. They did not have fishing whenever he was in school back then.
Man, you better ask somebody. Man, I've been fishing since I think I started about 6.
We're not talking about brim fishing over here. That's not gonna help.
And I've been fishing since I was 6, and I've been driving boats since I was 8. That's right.
Why hasn't any of this translated over into the fast fishing?
It's gonna translate into me putting my foot in your behind on Lake Martin. That's what it's gonna translate into. So I want you to understand that. I don't want you to understand that.
Harry says, Money Bass talking smack. Get him, Chicken Hawk. You just setting him up like a pool hustler.
He don't understand. He don't understand. He don't see it coming.
He's giving you the.
You can explain it to him, Harry. He don't see it coming.
He said you lost Gunnersville on purpose. Is that what happened?
That's right.
Oh,
and that's it. I caught some short fish. Let me explain something to you. But like I said, you getting off the subject.
Mm-hmm.
You, sir, are getting off the subject.
How about money?
People.
New lake, no electronics for both, no hot spots known except what you can research of the lake.
I take that all day long.
I know you will. And then when you get, then when you get, then you gonna say, hold on.
And you know it.
Wait a minute. Then next thing Chicken Hawk is gonna want, guys, listen, is no boats. He's gonna say, hey man, you meet me on the bank, and then when I show up and he's gonna be like, he's gonna say, hold on, wait a minute. You had 2 fishing poles, and you one pole and meet me on the bank, and then when
you could try all that you want to, but you see what the people want. The people want you to try to go head up, baby, with a beast. You don't want none of that.
Once a quarter, 1-on-1 at Logan Martin in 2023. See, Sunrise knows you. Look what Sunrise said. Look what Sunrise had to specify for you.
No, that was for you, because you want to use that live image, live baits, live all that. You try to lose everything live.
No, he said no live baits. He knows. He heard what you said. You've been fishing for them sacalays. Go to the Great Lakes and try no electronics, no pre-fishing in a side pot. Okay. All right, man. So look, we've been hitting this for about 2 hours, but what we're going to do, I'm going to set up this topic for tomorrow about this live image, and we're going to get into it. I'm going to see if I can tag some people into it so we can get some other, because listen, man, I'm gonna have to add some smoke and some bombs. I'm gonna have to drop some smoke and bombs and stuff like that, because I got something for y'all peoples, for the peoples.
No, you ain't gonna.
So you have to put an S on it for you peoples that have something to say about technology. So we're gonna have a talk. We'll have a talk about that.
All we're saying is, we can get out there and you can use live and you use all these other tools. That's fine. That'll help you when your skills are deficient. you can use other things to kind of help you. And I understand that's what's going on.
Look what your
You know
partner
what I'm saying?
just
But
said.
when the people asking for, huh?
Look what your partner just said. No live bluebacks. We all know that this is how the hawk catches fish. Nah, pops, that's what's for you. You want it even. Let's make it even.
We can make it even. We can make it even.
There's no possible way it could ever be even. It's just not. It's
I mean,
not.
you're right. You're right. I mean,
Even if we showed up on the ramp and stood there, because I tried to add. See, we can't even get into this because I already listen, guys. Some of you guys have not seen the previous live streams. It can just be us standing there with some boxers on and handing each of us a rod, and he is still gonna say, "Hold on, wait a minute, this ain't fair." It's not. Listen, whatever is in the guidelines is what's in the guidelines. So
okay.
if
So
you want,
we try to set
if you want to keep changing,
I'm not changing. But what did I say? I said,
listen.
I'm just.
So what? So look. So your partner Sunrise. Which live stream? So there's a live stream you need to go back and watch Sunrise, and you will get caught up and see how Chicken Hawk plays dodgeball. He changes legs. He will change legs. He will take a spanking, and then he will change equipment. He will change boats. Hey man, we need to drop down to you got a 250 and I got a 200. So it ain't. So listen, Sunrise, I understand what you're saying, but you do not know who you are dealing with Chicken Hawk.
God don't like ugly, man. So you see what I'm saying? Got him stuck over there. But let me explain something to you. I said to you when we first came into this, to meet him on Logan Martin. That's what I said to you. And I didn't say anything about that. Look at he gone. He is gone. I have taken.
Okay, guys, what is currently happening is that Chicken Hawk is freezing up. But because he is freezing, he thinks that it's on our end. Chicken Hawk, you sitting there with your mouth open, your head back, and just frozen place. It's your connection. Mine is Ethernet. I'm good, and I'm in a good location. So you're freezing up when you're thinking that it's on this end, but it's not. But look, so this is the thing. We're gonna set this topic up for tomorrow, and then we'll hit this tomorrow, and then we're gonna talk about this late. But your peep. So Harry says, I will be back and come up. Blend the old school and new school is the best recipe for fishing moving forward. I saw the live stream. So the live stream that Harry is saying that he saw Sunrise, that is what I'm saying that you need to see. Harry and Chicken Hawk are cousins. So they are both trying to set things up because they are cousins. They standing up for their peoples, for each other. So that is what's going on. So there's a live stream where you will see me, Harry, and Chicken Hawk up here. And Harry and Chicken Hawk, those are cousins. So let's see. He said his name is the Chicken Hawk, aka Money Bass Daddy. I noticed you don't have that up there today. All right. So yeah. Right. So there we go. So that's the plan, guys. We will be back tomorrow. I'll set that up. Kind of make this a hot topic because it is a hot topic in the fishing industry. So we'll have some fun with it. And I want you guys to bring the smoke because I'm going to throw water all on it. You guys are not going to be able to come up with some good reasoning.
I'm speaking for those that the small voice, you understand? And so what I'm saying is, like I said to you, meet me on Logan Martin. Initially, I didn't say anything, but you can have everything. You can put cameras. I don't care what you put. I've decided I'm just going to beat you like you stole something.
You keep reminding me of stuff. Okay, guys. So like I said, some of you guys are not familiar with what was supposed to happen at Gunnersville. Now I'm sitting here steady sending messages and trying to call Chicken Hawk saying, hey man, record some footage so your people can see you saying something, doing something. catching something, but I can tell you why he doesn't have any catching footage. But what I'm saying is there's a reason why there ended up being only footage of me for Gunnersville. Chicken Hawk was there. He was supposed to bring footage, but ask him why he didn't, guys. So whenever we finally do this next thing, I mean, you guys need to get on your partner because
we put some cameras on the boat.
Because listen, you heard him just say, yeah, man, I had some electronic problems with my boat. See, what he'll tell you is, oh, I had some electronics camera problems with my camera. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. So I'm telling you, y'all gotta watch Chicken Hawk. He is the hawk for a reason. And look at Harry. Look, see, this is what I'm talking about, guys. Look who's standing up for the Chicken Hawk.
Right,
Harry talking about his battery died.
It was a little weak, but it was a little weak. But
see, there you go. He's giving him some ammo just so he can continue to make excuses and not show you guys what he actually does out there on the wall. What does Chicken Hawk do on the lake? Has anybody ever seen any footage? I can show you some footage about what he does at the weigh-in. All right, so let's see. Hudson says, I will be on the live scope is a good side. Okay, all right. All right, live. Let's see. All right, so yeah, tomorrow, 8 o'clock. So Tuesdays, Wednesdays, 8 o'clock is when I do the live streams. On Tuesdays is 8 o'clock. Sometimes I'll do Wednesdays, depending on, you know, how things are looking for that week. All right, so Harry says his battery died. All right, man, so we are right at 2 hours. I need to go and eat some dinner, man. And I need to I just need to just think about the craziness that I have heard tonight. So I will get everything set up and get this live stream set up for tomorrow. But it has been great, man. It's been a great time. We had a good time.
You know, I do what I do, man. I do what I do. Like I said, and when I like your little channel, man. I don't want you to lose. That's not talent, okay. But anyway, I like your little channel. I don't want you to lose any subscribers. But so explain to them that sometimes, even with all of that, you can take a foot squarely put in your behind.
Can you see those comments?
I saw that comment.
Somebody replied to his comment.
What did they say?
See, look, I told you keep freezing up, man. But yeah, so there we go. So that's how we'll end it for the night, and we will be back tomorrow. I will have a little bit of information put together about this whole one way, the other way, all of that, and then we can chop it up a little bit and see how it goes. But all right, man, let's go ahead and head out. I appreciate you stopping in, Chicken Hawk.
Yeah, man.
All
you
right, guys.
You ain't gonna appreciate when I finish with you on Lord Month. That's what I'm telling you right now. You're not gonna appreciate it.
Make sure y'all hit the like button on the way out. And also, did we hit 5,000 subscribers? Let me just take a look real quick and see. Hold on. Let me just check and see. Did we? Nah, I don't think we did. So, guys, if anybody is still watching that has not, let me pause it real quick. Yeah, so if anybody has not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. Trying to hit the 5,000 mark. Let's just see where we're at. We are at 4,981 subscribers. Almost there. So, yeah, make sure you guys hit
you know what the 19 people waiting on?
What they waiting on?
Waiting on you to stop running. Come on out to Logan Martin. That's what they waiting on.
We'll see. All right, guys. Really appreciate you supporting the channel. Be back on the next one. All right, guys. Appreciate it.